everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to review 4 different mascaras that I have been using. Milk, THWY Cosmetics, Dior, and MAC. You'll have to stick around to see which one is my favorite. Also, I'm going to share with you a couple of beautiful eyeshadow palettes that I just love to use during this time of the season. The colors are soft yet vibrant and just beautiful palettes. I'm also going to share with you some of my just old favorites, my standbys that I really love, and I just don't seem to want to look for anything else to replace them. And of course, I have to share some lip products with you, some pencils that I love, and lipsticks. So I hope that you will stick around and let's chat and talk about some good makeup products. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today what I am going to do is just chit chat about a couple of products that I have been using very consistently over the summer months, and maybe one just most recently, and I'm going to kind of give you an update on my thoughts on it. Do I still recommend it? Do I still like it? And I'm going to share with you a couple of my very favorite, what I consider beautiful fall eyeshadow palettes. And also, I'm going to talk to you about, that aging gracefully over 50, 60. When is it appropriate to wear makeup? When isn't it? Did we not go through a time period in our life when we were told you're too young, you can't wear that? Didn't you hear as a young girl growing up, oh no, nothing bold, red like that on your lips. That just makes you look like a naughty girl. So let's talk about those things. And I'm going to also review with you 4 mascaras that I have used. 2 of them are pretty well used up, and the other 2 I've been using, and which one is my favorite and would I recommend it. So let's get started. First of all, a product that's newer to me that I did 2 reviews on this is the Wow, and this is the Dream Coat Supernatural Spray. Listen, I love this more now than I even did when I first started using it. I hope Alabamians don't take offense to this, but I just feel like I'm living in the swamps right now. The weather, it's crazy. I mean, here we are into November. And it was so hot and so humid out today. It just was crazy. But I still have really soft looking, nice, pretty much non-frizz, have some split ends, gotta deal with some moisturizing there, but really this stuff has just been a great lifesaver. And no, I do not use it every time I shampoo my hair. Now, today was a shampoo day, so yes, my hair is freshly washed, and it's probably a little bit more on the softer side, but I had to use this today. Our humidity level is way up again, and so it just really, really does the trick. And the beautiful thing about this is that it lasts from day to next shampoo. You just see a difference in your bedhead hair the next morning, and how nice it doesn't get, all tangled up, and it just is a great product. I love it, and so I recommend it like a ton. Another thing I'm going to talk about is the Sonia Kashuk makeup sponges. Love this sponge. I have been using this now. It's dirty now because I used it. And I have been using this for at least 3 months. I don't see a nick or anything in it. No, I don't use this particular one for under my eyes, but what I do use is just a regular little Beauty Blender sponge when I put highlighter on, because I just feel like this really does the job under my eyes, and it is the soft texture that I want, and this is the soft texture, but it has a little more firmness to it, so it's great to apply base makeup. But this one I love for applying my highlighter under my eyes. So those, yes, I still recommend those, and I have tried Beauty Junkie sponges, and I liked them, but I wasn't getting any more wear out of them than the Beauty Blender sponge. So the other little gizmo that I started using not too long ago, it's called the Beauty Blender. It's by Beauty Blender, but it's called the Power Pocket Puff. And if you're like me and you have really oily skin, I love this. Now there's also a sponge part of it that you can apply makeup with, and I did it. Yeah, I didn't like it. Just didn't do it for me. I'd rather use my other brushes or sponge, but powder puffing with this is great. And I know that there's some makeup on it because I do have makeup on my face when I go to use this, and sometimes I just put the powder on with a brush, and then I just like to, you know, just really get it into my skin and almost just puff it into my skin, because I have oily skin and I want it to absorb the oils and blend in so that it doesn't look cakey. And this, I just use my Beauty Blender soap and I wash it up, and I like it. It's a gadget. Do you have to have it? No, but I do like to use a powder puff when I'm powdering my face. That's just me. Next, and I'm just going to keep moving right along, of course, is the Tom Ford eyeshadows. I think they're beautiful eyeshadows. This is the Cocoa Mirage. You can see I've used a lot of it. It's just my go-to. Love it all year round. It's expensive, yes, and the time to get it is during the Sephora sales, where you can get it for 20% off, and his eyeshadows, they're just beautiful. They're just beautiful, and it's a product that I recommend just because you can get along with, if you're not finicky about color or you don't like to change the variety and you know what your palette is, this would be a beautiful palette to invest in. So that is great. And next I'm going to talk about my very favorite all time. I have a ton of blush. I do. And so you say why? Because I'm just always switching it up. But I have two that I've really narrowed down to my all-time favorites, and I'll tell you why. The first one is Chanel Alizane. What can I say? It is in my color wheel. I love it. I wear it all the time. I wear it all year round. It's just so beautiful, and it just really, let me see if I can find a place on me that's not marked up. It's soft. It goes on so pretty right there. Not muddy looking. It blends in so well, and it's just got that nice tone to it. It's just so pretty. It's not too brown. It's not too orange. It's not too brick. It's just the perfect, most beautiful blush, and it can stand alone, of course, on its own, but I like to pair almost every blush I have with the Dior Rosy Glow, because now I know it looks like crazy pink in here. I mean, like, ooh, right on bright-eyed pink, but it's not. It really isn't. It goes on very lightly, and I like to pair this with any blush that I'm wearing because I think it just adds that little bit of outside rosiness to your cheek. And so if you're really doing some fall colors and you need to match up your blush with your lipstick, but you still want to get that little bit of kind of, you know, Jack Frost little glow to your cheeks, this is a beautiful blush to do that with. And next, I'm going to show you a couple of my favorite fall palettes. And I say fall, and can use them any time of year, but one of my favorite ones is this Modern Renaissance by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is not a new palette, but look at those colors. That just to me screams fall. And the combination of these colors go with so many different shades and tones of lipstick. They're just beautiful. Just a beautiful, gorgeous palette. I love using it. I've gotten into it quite a bit, and I mostly like it when I'm wearing those nice deep fall colors. So this is a very, very favorite palette. It's just really, the colors are beautiful, and I'm just kind of saying fall, but honestly you can use these colors because you can go as deep as you want or as light, but I love to use this during the fall. And a second palette, all my palettes are so dirty and I even keep them in a box, is also by Anastasia, and it's the Soft Glam palette. Now, this one also in my color wheel, look at those colors. They seem to be a little bit more subdued, and you see more of the golden colors in these, but you still have this pretty kind of lilac lavender color. And then this color here is just absolutely beautiful on your eyes, and this one also in your crease. They're just gorgeous. And you know, the thing is, you can get all types of shades of you know, like deep fallish type colors or the lighter colors. So I tend to use these two palettes a lot during the fall and winter because I can come up with so many different combinations of eye colors to put together. And one of the little tricks I learned from Style Chronicles is she always says she matches up her blush with her lipstick. She likes to pair those two together, and you know, sometimes I mean I try to do that, but sometimes it's just like whatever's floating my boat for that day, that's kind of the lipstick I want to go with. And then I have a lot of different shades for contouring and bronzing, but honestly, this Princess palette by Tarte I love. It is just, it's so beautiful. Now some of these are really dark contours, but I actually use them as eyeshadow in the crease or the outer V of my eye. These two shades are beautiful shades to on top of the lid, your eyelids, and underneath your eyes. They're just gorgeous. They're matte, and the first color is called Halo, the second color here is called Enhance, and it's just that nice neutral kind of buffy tone for the Enhance, and then this one for Halo has just a tinge more skin tone color to it, but so nice on underneath your eyebrows or on your eyelids. And so many palettes come with all these gorgeous beautiful colors, and then there's just not that one neutral color that you can use over your entire eye. Now on this particular palette here, it would be this shade here, but it's really not the tone I'm looking for. I want something that's a little more creamier or buffier, just to start underneath before applying your shadows. So, but those are the palettes that I like to use during the fall, like I said, and the winter. And so I wanted to share that combination with you. And I have all kinds of lipsticks that I use, and every day, you know, it's just something different. It just depends on how everything went on and what I feel like. But I will tell you, one of my most favorite lip colors is this one right here, and this is by NARS, and it's called Cruella, and I don't have it on today, but I love it. And when I wear it, I get a lot of compliments on it. It's just that perfect shade of red. It's beautiful. And here I have swatched, I think from, I'm going to actually show you because I did the swatch so I could show you. It's from the Soft Glam palette, and it is the Sienna and the burnt orange, and just look at the two together. And even if you went with Cruella on your lips, it would just be really, really pretty. So, you know, sometimes when you have these favorites or you have these palettes and, you know, you think, oh, it's a waste because you're not, well, you don't have to use them all year round. But my favorite ones all have divots in them because I do tend to use them more frequently. So, as I said, Cruella is one of my favorite from NARS. Another favorite from NARS is Damned, and I've showed that before. And also Charlotte Tilbury. This is called Bond Girl, and it's actually what I have on my lips today. Now, it's not a lipstick, it's a lip liner, but I do a lot of times just use the sticks, the pencils, as a lipstick to not necessarily outline my eyes, I mean my lips, but just to fill in, and then I put a gloss over it. I do that with a lot of my lip pencils. And then if, like with my Pillow Talk, I will line my lips with Pillow Talk, fill it in, and then I use the Pillow Talk lipstick over it. And I will do that, and then you get a really long wear out of your lipstick, and as it fades to a really pretty tint on your lips, so it's really nice. But what I have with this is Bond Girl with from Charlotte Tilbury. Also, I paired up with my Dior gloss. And you almost have to, when you're using a lip pencil, to just wear as color on your lips because it's so drying. So any kind of a nice gloss that has lasting power. And this one from Dior, it's called a Lip Glow Pomade. Oh, this just lasts for a really, really long time, so I really like that. Highly recommend that. And my all-time favorite highlighter, and I have a lot of highlighters, and I do change them out and wear them. Some have a rose tint to them, some have more of a sparkly, glittery tint to it that's more for like an evening wear. Some are, you know, more golden or yellow. I mean, I just have a slew, but all-time favorite, Chanel, Plusier Lumiere de Chanel. It's number 1101. This is like a true rose, I consider it gold champagne color. It is absolutely beautiful. You can just see it on my hand. I do have it on today. I wear it a lot. And I can tell you, I wear this a lot just when I have powder on my face, and maybe just a really light BB cream first, a little powder, and then this. And sometimes I feel like my skin looks so much better on those particular days than when I've done a full face of makeup. So I just kind of wanted to update you with a couple of the items that I have been using from the end of the summer until now, and what my thoughts were. And this particular one is new because I just did a video on it, but I love it. I just love it. I think it just came for me at the right time because I had so much sinus stuff going on, and it just is so soothing and feels so good. I really like this. So far, so good with this one. And then another thing I wanted to talk about is this. Anastasia Beverly Hills, love their products. Big fan. And I have been using their Brow Wiz and their other eyebrow products for years and years and years. And I recently, during the summer, contacted them about their Brow Wiz pencils because they're spoolies always break, and this particular one just comes off. Doesn't really stay in, you know, it just comes off. And it didn't break off like the others have, to where it's super sharp and, you know, you can't even use it. But now I want a spoolie that I can get in there and do my spoolieing to my eyebrows, and a lot of times the spoolie falls off. It ends up breaking. So I wrote to the company and told them, you know, it's probably about the third eyebrow pencil that I have purchased, and at different locations, and they're all breaking. And the part that's breaking is the spoolie. Now, like I said, this one is just pulling out, and you know, it didn't break off, but the other ones break off, and then, you know, you can't put them back for use. But I want something that's not going to break, something that a spoolie is attached, and it's attached for a reason. And so anyways, let me go back to my little story. I contacted them through writing, and they said, sorry to hear it. You know, I said, it just seems to be like more of a public relation issue when you're talking about packaging. It's not the product itself. And I wanted to make that really, really clear, because I absolutely love their pencil products. I love the variety of colors. I love how it glides on. I love how you can fill in your eyebrows so easily. It doesn't leave harsh marks. I love it. I love the product. It's just the packaging that's, you know, not so good. So they apologized, and they were nice enough to send me 2 replacements, because 2 of my pencils had broken, and I took pictures of them, gave them the number on it and all that, and they sent me 2 in the mail. The spoolie broke off in one of the ones that I received from them. So I'm like, wow, that's not too good. So anyways, so there's that issue with that. Now, do I have to have that spoolie? No. But I have my own spoolie that is a Sonia Kashuk that I've had for years and years and years. Oh, I think I just took it over to wash it up. And I love it. I use it. But, you know, if you're traveling and your pencil comes with a spoolie, you want to be able to have the spoolie that works. That's all I'm saying. And that you can rely on it sticking it. So I went ahead and decided I was going to try Brow Lift from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm still, great spoolie, by the way, beautiful spoolie, does what it's supposed to do. I'm just on the fence. I felt like there wasn't, it has the slant to it, just like the Brow Wiz pencil that you can get with the slant. I have one of those. It's easy to use. The variety of color, yeah, this a little bit harder to match up with. It seems to be softer in texture than the Anastasia. I like it. I love this. This is made really well. I haven't had any issues with anything breaking out. Just not quite too sure about the color match. So, you know, and I'm not sitting here saying, okay, I'm never buying another Anastasia, because that's just not true. I'm going to, because I love the pencil, but I thought I would try something else just to see if maybe it could be something that I would replace. And right now I'm not, you know, at that state where I want to make that kind of decision. So my last big thing is this. I'm going to talk about these 4 particular mascaras. Now, 2 of them are pretty much used up, that I've been using, you know, over the course of time, and I do that sometimes. I will not just have one mascara open. Normally I do, and just use it all the way through. But I had these mascaras that I had purchased, one in particular, and so I wanted to open it and use it, and I was already using, and I'll tell you which ones they are, my MAC Upward Stroke, and this is Liquid Lash Extensions by who's this by? Oh, THWY Cosmetics. So let's start with MAC. Yep, I like it. It's called Upward Stroke. When I first got into it, I had a sample and I loved it. Loved the sample, but I wasn't getting the same result with this one when I bought it in full size. I just had to work it a couple of times, you know. Yep, sometimes air does have to get in there and kind of blend out the mascara itself. It didn't dry. I liked it. It added, for me, separation and volume. Separation and volume is really what I got out of this. And so I liked it for that reason. Now, that one I'm almost done with, but it's a very different brush, so you have to know that. Let's see if I can show you this. See, it's just very short and stubby. And the little comb bristles that are very fine kind of spiral around, and I think that's really what gives you that nice definition and thickening. So I liked it. I may purchase that again in the future. My next one was THWY Cosmetics, and it's just now starting to get a little bit, you know, to where I'm at the end of it. And sometimes, guys, if I really like the mascara a lot and I just know there's still some good worth in it, I will put a little drop of some sort of solution, like a saline solution. I don't use any kind of Visine or anything like that because my eyes just can't take any kind of Visine, but some sort of a little drop of saline or something just to break it up. This is the mascara. It's called Liquid Lash Extension by THWY Cosmetics. It's a good mascara, but it is a huge brush and it's just slightly angled, but compared to my finger, I mean, that's a lot of brush. No curvature. And oops, I just hit my glasses. No curvature, and just in comparison, that goes all the way across, I mean, your entire eye. I could get good application out of it. You can see it's starting to get really clumpy because I'm almost out of it. And I could get separation and a good lift from it. And there was no smudging, and I liked that about it. And you know, at first when I was almost through using it, I thought, you know, I just don't like the fact that the brush just is so long and sticks out that, you know, sometimes I did have to do some cleanup on it, but for the most part, it's a good quality mascara product. And I did get the extension, I believe, that I wanted, but and it lasted, but sometimes it was just a little hard to put on. My third mascara, and this would not be a repurchase, is from Milk, called Cush mascara. And you know, this is just my own opinion, guys. This is nobody else's, just mine. I bought it. I thought I was really gonna like this brush. It has a very small angled taper and very rounded bristles, but what a mess. I couldn't get this mascara on without getting it all over my lids, my top, my bottom. I mean, I was just constantly cleaning it up, and it's really big. It's heavy to hold. I think it has a big brush, a big one. And this one, I don't know. You know, it's much more clumpier than I would want it to be. And you know, I cleaned the top of it off, and even with doing that, it was just always hard to apply. Okay, I'm not going to make any apologies for it. It just isn't something that I would repurchase for me. Somebody else might use it and love it, and you know, a lot of it could have to do with the shape of your eyes too. The next is Dior, and this is the eyelash mascara that wins for me. This is the iconic OVERCURL, and first of all, it's nice and light to hold. Compare it to this is like a barbell. Honestly, it's just so weighty. I don't understand that. This brush is thick, but you can see it has a nice curve to it, and the bristles here in the first part of it are tinier, and that makes it so nice to be able to get your eyelash to grip onto it and a little wiggle and just bring it up. And actually, this is the mascara that I have on today, this, and I have been using this mascara now for a couple of weeks. Love it. It's a winner. It's thumbs up with it. It's light. It lasts on my lashes. It doesn't cause them to droop, and no smearing. And so I'd have to say #1 winner. So it would definitely be a repurchase. Putting on a little bit of red to go to the grocery store, why not? That's what I say. So if putting on a little bit of red makes you feel good, not just on the outside, but lifts your spirits on the inside, and you just feel put together, you don't feel washed up, and because you know, when you're transitioning into your look for gray hair.
Video is so long, I've got to end it. Which is what I'm going to do. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Until next time, be kind, be humble, and age gracefully. Bye!